part-time, trying to move to full-time online seller. I'm so glad to have you here today. Today we are going to do the first what it sold for video. I've been doing a few haul videos and thought I would change it up a little bit. If you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube, and also give it a like, thumbs up. So thank you so much for being here today. Today, I'm just going to go over my sales on Poshmark for November. Now, I am not full-time. I am trying to get to full-time. I've recently sourced some new items, and I'm very excited to start listing those. But in the meantime, I wanted to try to get rid of a lot of my current inventory on Poshmark. And so I just thought I'd go over my sales for the last 30 days. There aren't very many of them, and they're not all going to bring in a whole lot of money. But this is a way of kind of cleaning out some of the stale inventory that I've had for a long time. And so instead of taking those down and just donating them, I just want to try to sell them for whatever I can. So I'm going to go through those items that has sold this month, and hopefully you'll learn a thing or two. So first thing I want to go over, this will be just on Poshmark. I made a lot more sales on eBay and Amazon, but I won't, and Etsy for that matter. I just wanted to go over Poshmark today. You can find me at the Englund on Poshmark. I have been selling on Poshmark. I think I just got my 3-year anniversary, two or 3-year anniversary update from Poshmark. So I haven't been doing it a whole long time. But as I go through these items, I'll kind of tell you how I sourced them and what the profits were on these items. So this is a pair of very small Nike shorts. I paid about $5 for these. There was a store in my local area, that sporting goods store, that went out of business probably last year, I think it was. And so I had a few of these items left. This pair sold for $15. At the very end, I will tally it up and tell you exactly what the total profit is for these items. Next item is it's a BCBG Max Azure top. I sourced this at a local church sale last summer. So like I said, a lot of these have been on my site for a long time. I'm trying to clean them out and make some exciting new inventory instead. So this top was cute. It sold for $10. I paid $3 for it at the church sale. This was a beautiful blanket I found at the bins. It was so soft on one side and a lot of really cool colors on the other. I paid about $2 for it. The bins in my area of St. Louis, it has $1.19 a pound. So I estimated that I paid about $2 for this, and it sold for $15 on Poshmark. I'm also trying to find some more house items and home items for Poshmark, since most of my clothing is what I sell on Poshmark, but I'm really excited that they added the home section not too long ago. This is a red sweater from Style & Co. It's new with the tags. I did do a Macy's lot. I bought a Macy's lot of about 100 or maybe 200 items a few years ago. I bought each of those items for $6, and it's a plus size lot. That was one of the things I specialized when I first started selling clothing on eBay, was plus sizes. So this, I believe, was a 2X, very cute for the holidays. I paid $6 for it, and it sold for $30. This is another part of that same lot. It's a Charter Club, another Macy's brand. It's got gold specks throughout. It's a plus size sweater. Paid $6 for that, and it sold for $16. One of my clients, I also have several clients that I sell for, is a local tuxedo rental shop and formal wear rental shop. I've been having their inventory, for probably 4 years now. Some of the pieces moved a lot faster, especially when COVID wasn't going on. People were going to a lot more formal events, but I have tons and tons of these vests that I've been selling for years. So on this site, I actually ended up buying a bunch of their inventory. And so I paid 50 cents for this vest, and it sold for $7. This is a sweater from the Macy's lot that I referenced. It's a Style & Co. black long tunic sweater, plus size. Paid $6 for it, and it sold for $25. This is a bra that I sourced. It's a Nike sports bra that I sourced from the bins a few weeks ago. When it's $1.19 a pound, this probably cost me 50 cents for how much it weighs, and it sold pretty fast. It sold for $16. So I'm very excited about that flip, and it was in great condition. This is a pair of Mizuno volleyball shorts from that local sporting goods store that I said had closed. Paid $5 for it, and it sold for $8. So the total profit on that was only 5 cents when you take out the Poshmark fees. But like I said, I'm trying to clear out some stuff that's been here for a long time. This was also like a child size. It was very small, and so I was lucky to even have sold it at all. This is a cool batch that I put together. It's a Harry Potter tie that I found at the bins these are both bins items. A Harry Potter tie and also a purse or like a satchel bag that has newspaper clippings from the Harry Potter world. So I bundled these two items together. So I probably paid maybe $2 total if you weigh the items from the bins. And $16 is what I sold it for. And for those of you who don't know what the bins are, they're called Goodwill outlets. They're in most major cities. We have 2 here in St. Louis, and you pay by the pound. So you fill up your grocery cart and you weigh the whole cart, or you weigh whatever you have. And so most of these items I've gotten clothing-wise are going to not cost me more than $1 or $2. Now we're going to switch to my next group of photos. So what we have here is, actually, we're going to go to this one instead. What we have here, one thing that I've been sourcing lately is shoes. It's kind of one of those cool things that I recently started looking at the bins, and this pair was in good condition, decent enough condition. It's actually Madden Girl by Steve Madden. And it's just a super cute pattern. You know, I found some pretty small sizes, although I know that women with small feet have a hard time finding shoes too. I'm a woman with large feet, and I have a hard time. But in any case, these shoes I probably paid, like I said, it was probably a pound at the most, so $1.19, and sold them for $13. So that's a great profit there. And we saved them from the landfill, which is also very important. This is a cute, very small Paris-themed Eiffel Tower purse. One of my clients, I bought out everything that she had left. And so I was able to mark a lot of this inventory down that hadn't moved in a while. I paid roughly $3 for this and sold it for $10. This is a sweater that I recently found at the bins. I've been getting better with the kinds of brands that I'm finding. This is an Anthropologie brand called Lina Maglia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And so this sweater was purchased for about $1.50, and $15 is how much it sold for. I think that was my first Anthropologie item that I've ever sourced and sold. This is a Karen Scott Peacock shirt. It's really pretty. It has a lot of glimmer to it. It's a plus size. I believe this one was a 1X. This was part of that overall Macy's lot that I had bought, and I paid $5 for it, and it was sold for $10. So another one of the vests. I have hundreds of these. I'm trying to sell them in as many platforms as I can, which reminds me that I recently, as of yesterday, started listing with List Perfectly. I'm still figuring out how it works, but that lets you cross-post. So if you have an item on eBay, you can also copy it and sell it on Poshmark, on Mercari, which I just reopened my Mercari store a few days ago, and listed on Etsy and a bunch of other places. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace. So I'm still trying that out, but this is a great item because I have so many of them. I need just to move them. This was 50 cents that I paid for it, and $7 that it sold for. This was a Hollister shirt. I thought maybe my son would want. I sourced it at the Goodwill bins. It's just got a little surfing guy on it. Very soft fabric. I bought it 50 cents and sold it for $8. Now this is the big win. This is the big win of the month, and actually it's one of my top flips. So these were some Naruma men's Gore-Tex pants. So they're kind of feel like vinyl. They're very sturdy, and people, you know, either golf with these pants. They're all weather. So if you're going hunting or camping, the retail price on these was, as you can tell, over $300. And so I was able to sell these for $68. And how much did I pay for them? Probably about $1.19. So that was a great flip. Those are the kinds of things I didn't really know it at the time when I bought it. I knew it was good quality, and I thought maybe my son would wear it, but instead, I'm glad that he didn't want them, and I was able to flip them and make a pretty good profit on that. Another vest, again, 50 cents, and sold them for $7. This is a Style & Co. oatmeal colored sweater with this cool lace up on the side. I got that as part of my big lot, so that was $6 cost and sold it for $14. Another vest, 50 cents, sold it for $7. Now we are going to go ahead and show the last batch of pictures here. So this sweater was one that I got. It's a Banana Republic sweater. Got that at the church sale that I went to last summer, $3, and sold it for $15. This is an Arbonne scarf that you guys may have seen if you saw one of my haul videos recently. I think it was haul video, the last one I did last week, number 3. I bought it. I know the brand is a skincare product line that people sell. I sold this. I sold it for $15. Probably paid 50 cents for it. And the woman that bought this also bought. Let me see if I can find those. Bought these puppy dog slippers, shoes. I was selling these for a friend of mine, one of my consignment customers, and unfortunately they did not fit the dog. And the only reason I know this is because I got this email from Poshmark saying, "Congratulations, your item has been reposhed." And I was like, I have no idea what that means. So it meant that the woman who bought it was not able to use the product. She said they were cute. Her dog's feet were too big. So she resold it, and she used my listing and sort of reposhed it. And so if you see that on there, it actually gives me credits for the photos that I took. So it's just another way to sort of advertise the business. These are some great Avenue plus size, size 26, actually size 24 jeans with embroidery, brand new with the tag. As some of you may or may not know, the retail chain Avenue went out of business a few months ago, and so I was able to scoop up a lot of their remaining inventory. I think about 100 items for $3 each. So this was $3 a purchase, and I sold it for $21. This is another consignment purchase. I just found that doing consigning clothes doesn't really, make a really good business decision. So I'm starting to get out of that business of consigning clothes. I'll still consign maybe some other items, higher priced items that I could talk to you about later in another video. These are some footsie pajamas that I consigned for my client for $15. This was also some of the consignment items that I ended up purchasing from a client of mine. It's just a really pretty needlepoint rose necklace, and on the other side is a mirror, and you can see there's a couple other jewelry items that I put in with that. But with that, I just find that grouping together some of the smaller jewelry items makes sense. So I paid $3 for this and sold it for $8. There was a store near me called Backrack that went out of business over a year ago. Some of this men's clothing is not going very quickly on my site. This is one of the sweaters that I bought. I think I paid about $5 for each of those sweaters, and I sold it for $10. It's new with a tag. So there's a lot of great sweaters that I have from that pickup. I already talked about that one. And this is another jewelry lot that one of my clients had wanted me to sell for her. I ended up buying it from her for $3 and sold it for $14. It has necklace, and a pin. I just try to on the tone or the color of the metal because I figured that might be a good way to group those items that weren't made weren't made as part of a set, but I just find it easier to sell jewelry that way. Okay, then we have, I think that's it. Those are all 28 items that sold. So to recap, you've just seen 28 items that I sold on Poshmark for November. And I'm going to quickly go ahead and put here also on the screen what our totals are. So if you look at this, for November, Poshmark sales at the Englund, you can see that I sold 28 items. Now, the retail price for all 28 items was $425. Now, the cost of obtaining those items was $71.57. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Poshmark, the shipping portion of Poshmark is separate from these numbers. When you buy something on Poshmark, you typically are paying for shipping separately, and then Poshmark just sends me the label, which is why it's a great place to sell. So I don't calculate shipping on here. Now, if for some reason I offered a shipping discount to someone, that is calculated in this price. So the The fees, so Poshmark takes 20%. Unless it's an item, I think it's $14 and below, then it's $2.95. So that's $93.75 for a grand profit of $242.18. Now, I know you're used to watching videos where the numbers are really, really big. Well, keep in mind, I'm just trying to clear these items out, trying to get something for them. And this is just one of the many places I sell. I also sell, in addition to being at Englund at Poshmark, I sell on Etsy, I sell on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, and I started reselling on Mercari. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do these what sold videos and include all of those. But I just wanted to give you this overview and try out this format for what sold. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget, if you like this video, please hit like on YouTube and subscribe. You can also like it on Facebook. I am at the beginning of my journey in growing into a full-time business. So hopefully you learned a thing or two. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today.